Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 9, Book 87, number 125. Narrated by Abu Qatada. The Prophet said, "Whoever sees me, in a dream, then he indeed has seen the truth." Volume 9, Book 87, number 126. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. The Prophet said, "Whoever sees me, in a dream, then he indeed has seen the truth, as Satan cannot appear in my shape." Volume 9, Book 87, number 127. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "I have been given the keys of eloquent speech and given victory with awe, cast into the hearts of the enemy, and while I was sleeping last night, the keys of the treasures of the earth were brought to me till they were put in my hand." Abu Hurairah added, "Allah's apostle left this world, and now you people are carrying those treasures from place to place." Volume 9, Book 87, number 128. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's apostle said, "I saw myself, in a dream, near the Kaaba last night, and I saw a man with whitish-red complexion, the best you may see amongst men of that complexion, having long hair reaching his earlobes, which was the best hair of its sort, and he had combed his hair and water was dropping from it, and he was performing the tawaf around the Kaaba while he was leaning on two men or on the shoulders of two men." I asked, "Who is this man?" Somebody replied, "He is Messiah, son of Mary." Then I saw another man with very curly hair, blind in the right eye which looked like a protruding out grape. I asked, "Who is this?" Somebody replied, "He is Messiah, ad-Dajjal." Volume 9, Book 87, number 129. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. About a man who came to Allah's apostle and said, "I was shown in a dream last night." Then Ibn Abbas mentioned the narration. Volume 9, Book 87, number 130. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Allah's apostle used to visit Haram bint Milan. She was the wife of Ubadah bin as-Samit. One day the Prophet visited her and she provided him with food and started looking for lice in his head. Then Allah's apostle slept and afterwards woke up smiling. Haram asked, "What makes you smile, O Allah's apostle?" He said, "Some of my followers were presented before me in my dream as fighters in Allah's cause, sailing in the middle of the seas like kings on the thrones, or like kings sitting on their thrones." The narrator Ishaq is not sure as to which expression was correct. Haram added, "I said, O Allah's apostle, invoke Allah, to make me one of them." So Allah's apostle invoked Allah for her and then laid his head down, and slept. Then he woke up smiling, again. Haram added, "I said, what makes you smile, O Allah's apostle?" He said, "Some people of my followers were presented before me, in a dream, as fighters in Allah's cause." He said the same as he had said before. I said, "O Allah's apostle, invoke Allah to make me from them." He said, "You are among the first ones." Then Haram sailed over the sea during the caliphate of Muawiyah bin Abu Sufyan, and she fell down from her riding animal after coming ashore, and died. Volume 9, Book 87, number 131. Narrated by Qariya bin Zaid bin Thabit. al-Ala, an Ansari woman who had given a pledge of allegiance to Allah's apostle, told me, the Muhajirin, emigrants, were distributed amongst us by drawing lots, and we got Uthman bin Mazin in our share. We made him stay with us in our house. Then he suffered from a disease which proved fatal. When he died and was given a bath and was shrouded in his clothes, Allah's apostle came. I said, addressing the dead body, O Abba as Sa'ib, may Allah be merciful to you. I testify that Allah has honored you. Allah's apostle said, how do you know that Allah has honored him? I replied, let my father be sacrificed for you, O Allah's apostle. On whom else shall Allah bestow his honor? Allah's apostle said, as for him, by Allah, death has come to him. By Allah, I wish him all good, from Allah. By Allah, in spite of the fact that I am Allah's apostle, I do not know what Allah will do to me. Al-Ala added, by Allah, I will never attest the righteousness of anybody after that. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 132. Narrated by Az Zuri. Regarding the above narration, the Prophet said, I do not know what Allah will do to him, Uthman bin Mazin. Al-Ala said, I felt very sorry for that, and then I slept and saw in a dream a flowing spring for Uthman bin Mazin, and told Allah's apostle of that, and he said, that flowing spring symbolizes his good deeds. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 133. Narrated by Abu Qatada al-Ansari. A companion of the Prophet and one of his cavalrymen, I heard Allah's apostle saying, a good dream is from Allah, and a bad dream is from Satan. So, if any one of you had a bad dream which he disliked, then he should spit on his left and seek refuge with Allah from it, for it will not harm him. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 134. Narrated by Ibn Umar. I heard Allah's apostle saying, while I was sleeping, I was given a bowl full of milk, in a dream, and I drank of it to my fill until I noticed its wetness coming out of my nails, and then I gave the rest of it to Umar. They, the people, asked, what have you interpreted about the dream? O Allah's apostle, he said, it is religious knowledge. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 135. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's apostle said, while I was sleeping, I was given a bowl full of milk, in the dream, and I drank from it, to my fill, till I noticed its wetness coming out of my limbs. Then I gave the rest of it to Umar bin al-Khattab. The persons sitting around him asked, what have you interpreted about the dream, O Allah's apostle? He said, it is religious knowledge. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 136. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Allah's apostle said, while I was sleeping, some people were displayed before me, in a dream. They were wearing shirts, some of which were merely covering their breasts, and some a bit longer. Then there passed before me, Umar bin al-Khattab wearing a shirt, he was dragging it, on the ground behind him. They, the people, asked, what have you interpreted about the dream, O Allah's apostle? He said, the religion. Volume 9, Book 87, Number 137. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. I heard Allah's apostle saying, while I was sleeping, I saw, in a dream, the people being displayed before me, wearing shirts, some of which were so short that it reached as far as their breasts and some reached below that. Then, Umar bin al-Khattab was shown to me and he was wearing a shirt which he was dragging behind him. They asked, "What have you interpreted about the dream, O Allah's Apostle?" He said, "The religion."